There was once a young man, only 21 years old. Life had already pushed him to the edge. His family was struggling, his friends had moved on, and he lived alone in a small rented room with just $50 in his pocket. That $50 was all he had to eat, to survive, and to dream. Most people would have given up in such a situation, but not him. He believed in one thing: hard work can change destiny. He started learning everything he could about online business. He read articles, watched tutorials, and studied how people were earning from the internet. After weeks of searching, he came up with a small idea: to buy old and used phone cases from local markets, clean them, and resell them online. It sounded crazy to everyone, but it was the only thing he could afford. Every morning, he woke up at 5 and went to the local market, looking for the cheapest used phone cases. Then he'd come home, clean them carefully, take photos, and post them online. At night, he packed the orders and walked miles to the courier shop to send them. He worked 16 to 18 hours every single day. No holidays, no comfort, no entertainment. His friends laughed at him and said, "You can't build a business with $50. Stop wasting your time." But he smiled and said, "Maybe not today, but one day you will see." Slowly, things started to change. He began earning $5 a day, then 10, then 50. People loved his honesty, his dedication, and fast delivery. Within a year, his small online store became popular. He was now earning nearly $2,000 a month in profit. Not a fortune, but enough to prove that his dream was real. But as always, success comes with challenges. One night, his entire website was hacked. Within minutes, everything was gone. His money, his customer data, his store, everything. He sat in front of his laptop staring at the blank screen with tears in his eyes. For a moment he thought it was over. But deep inside, a small voice whispered, "If I could build it once, I can build it again." So he started over. He learned cybersecurity, rebuilt his store, and protected it stronger than ever before. This time, he was smarter, wiser, and more confident. Within months, his business was back on track, even bigger and better than before. But life wasn't done testing him. One evening, he received a call. His small warehouse had caught fire. All his products, all his hard work, everything was destroyed in minutes. He stood there watching the flames rise into the night sky, his heart heavy, but his spirit unbroken. People told him to stop, to quit, to move on. But he quietly said to himself, "This isn't the end. This is the beginning again." He borrowed a small loan and started once more, but this time with a brand new idea: eco-friendly phone accessories made from recycled materials. It was something unique and people loved it. His brand started going viral on social media. Orders came from the United States, Canada, Europe, from all around the world. He worked day and night, sometimes sleeping on the office floor, sometimes skipping meals, but he never stopped. Whenever he felt tired, he remembered that young man who once had only $50 and an unshakable dream. 5 years passed. His business was now worth millions of dollars. He had employees, offices, warehouses, and customers from every corner of the world. He traveled, gave speeches, and inspired thousands of young people who wanted to change their lives. One day during an interview, a reporter asked him, "You lost everything, not once, but twice. Why didn't you give up?" He smiled and replied, "Because I never saw failure as the end. I saw it as a lesson. You can lose money, you can lose your business, you can even lose people. But if you lose your will to try again, that's the real failure." He continued, "When I had nothing, I built something. When I lost everything, I built it again." Success doesn't belong to those who never fall. It belongs to those who fall and rise again. Today, that young man's story inspires millions around the world. He wasn't born rich. No one gave him a chance. He built everything from his own sweat, pain, and determination. And maybe that's what real success is. Not how much money you make, but how many times you rise after falling. Because in the end, he didn't just build $1 million company. He built $1 million mindset.